Something very deep moved around your life last night. And today, I want you to listen so you may recognize what your natural eyes have not yet had time to see. My beloved child, do not quickly treat this word as a passing sound among the many other calls of life. I am not speaking to you to make you afraid, nor am I using this urgency to push you into anxiety. I come as a father who watched over you while you slept, who saw the things taking place in secret, who heard the words you did not hear, who saw the intentions you did not know about, and who has begun to work in circumstances you once thought no longer had hope of changing. There are shifts that do not shake the ground, do not make a loud sound, yet quietly change the direction of an entire season of life. Last night was such a moment, and today I want you to step into the new day with wakefulness, not with the tired eyes of one surrounded, but with the peaceful heart of one who knows they are being kept by me. From the outside, you may think everything is still the same. The room is the same. The road is the same. The responsibilities remain. And the questions in your heart have not all been fully explained. But my child, not everything I do appears before your eyes immediately. There are times when I step into a situation before you recognize it is dangerous. There are times when I reverse a scheme before it can touch you. There are times when I soften a heart, close a conversation, reveal a truth, or cause something that seemed to be opposing you to begin losing its strength. You may wake up today with a strange feeling, as though something has changed, but you cannot yet name it. That strangeness is not meaningless. It may be the whisper of light telling you that I have acted in a place you have not yet seen. I know the silent battles you are carrying. I know the pressures you do not tell anyone. The words that once wounded you. The suspicions that have surrounded your name. The moments when you felt misunderstood, but did not have the strength to explain. Some people have looked at you through a veil of prejudice. Some conversations about you have passed through rooms where you were not present. Some assumptions, glances, and unfair thoughts tried to cover you with a garment that did not belong to you. But I was there. I was not asleep before the things others thought they could hide. I saw every word, every intention, every motive hidden beneath the surface. And when I see something built to harm you, I am not surprised, nor am I powerless. I have my way of turning it into a place where the truth is illuminated. Do not misunderstand what I am revealing. I do not want you to live in suspicion. Do not want you to look at everyone with fearful eyes. And do not want your heart to become hardened because of what once happened behind your back. I reveal so you may have awareness. And awareness from me always comes with peace. It does not make you lose control. It helps you stand firm. It does not make you react hastily. It teaches you to be silent at the right time. Speak at the right time. Move at the right time. And wait at the right time. When you know that I have seen what was hidden, you no longer have to run around trying to prove everything by yourself. When you know that I have heard the words spoken in darkness, you do not need to turn pain into bitter speech. When you know that I am reversing what was built against you, you can stand still in dignity and let light do its work. Last night, I stepped into a situation you once thought was blocked. Perhaps it was a relationship that seemed to have no way forward, a prolonged misunderstanding, an opportunity you thought was lost, a quiet pressure, or a door that had been closed so long that you no longer dared to pray. But I do not see dead ends the way you see them, where you see a high wall. I see a path. Where you see delay, I see preparation. Where you see other people holding the power to decide, I see that my hand can still move the deepest things. I have begun to untie knots you could not untie by your own strength. I have touched the places your words could not reach. I have set boundaries before what wanted to keep making you weary. And I am leading you into a new clarity. That clarity will change the way you walk. From today, you do not need to walk like someone always afraid of being defeated. You do not need to speak like someone who must defend themselves before every glance. You do not need to believe that every closed door is a sign that you have been rejected. Walk with gentleness, but not weakness. Speak with truth, but not harshness. Believe deeply, but not blindly. Observe, but do not panic. I am teaching you a more mature way to walk, to discern without losing compassion, to step away from what is toxic without nourishing hatred, to protect your peace without needing to wound others. When I open your eyes, I also want to enlarge your heart, so you not only know what is happening, but also know how to live in the light of it. My beloved child, what has been reversed for your good does not always appear immediately as a great victory before everyone. Sometimes victory begins when a lie is no longer believed. Sometimes it begins when someone who once doubted you suddenly recognizes what they did not understand. Sometimes it begins with a timely silence, a cancelled meeting, a door that does not open so you will not step into a place of hurt, or peace returning to your heart after many heavy days. Do not despise the small signs. I often begin restoration with subtle movements. Then, allow time to reveal that my hand was working long before you saw the result. Therefore, do not turn your back on this moment. Do not ignore the reminder just because you have not yet seen the whole picture. I do not require you to understand everything immediately. I only invite you to trust that I have seen, known, acted, and am leading you into the awareness needed for the road ahead. Lay down the need to control every detail. Stop letting the words of others decide your worth. Stop wondering whether I am on your side, because I always stand with truth, healing, and life. If something needs to be exposed, I will expose it. If something needs to be closed, I will close it. If something needs to be restored, I will restore it at the most beautiful time. Now, let your heart become calm. Tell me that you are ready to be guided, ready to see more clearly, ready to walk more wisely after all that has taken place. Do not let the shaking make you fearful. Let it make you awake. Do not let what happened in darkness make you angry. Let my light heal the way you respond. Do not let the words that once opposed you make you smaller. Let the truth I speak over you make you stand upright in peace. I watched over you last night. I am leading you today, and I still hold your tomorrow with unchanging love. Walk forward as one who is covered, not with pride, but with steadiness, not with retaliation, but with dignity, not with fear, but with faith that everything hidden is under my eyes. What was once built to harm you can become a place where I reveal wisdom, protection, and restoration. What moved last night was not meant to disturb you. but to prepare you for a clearer new day. Listen, observe, pray, keep your heart clean, and let me lead you step by step. When the time comes, you will understand that I never abandoned you in the silent battles. I was there. I am here, and I will continue turning hidden things into light, opposition into lessons, and waiting into evidence that my hand has always covered you. What happened last night was a knot of breakthrough in the unseen place around your life. And my beloved child, I want you to understand that not every release appears with a loud sound or a sign that overwhelms you. There are things I do in silence whose power echoes farther than any sound. There are chains that do not fall before your eyes, yet in the hidden realm, they have lost their right to hold on. There were cycles that quietly returned in your life, season after season, making you weary without knowing what to call them, making you feel as though you took one step forward only to be pulled back, making you wonder why delay kept following you like a shadow. Last night, I stepped into that very place. I touched an old cycle and cut it off by my power. The confusion that once made you doubt your direction, the heaviness that once settled in your heart without reason, the feeling of being held back even after you had tried to move forward, all of these are no longer permitted to rule you as before. Even when you do not speak to me with clear words, I still hear what your silence carries. I hear the sighs you swallow. I hear the questions you do not dare to say because you are afraid of sounding weak. I hear even the exhaustion behind the mornings when you still try to get up, still do what needs to be done, still smile as though nothing in your heart is breaking. You do not need to find perfect prayers for me to understand you. There are times when you simply sit silently, saying nothing. Yet before me that silence is full of cries. I do not ignore them. I do not let them fall into forgetfulness. Last night, when you thought everything was still ordinary, I was working in places you could not see, because I knew that if certain things were not ended, they would continue dimming the faith, strength, and peace I desire to restore in you. You must understand that not every change comes with noise. Sometimes, the greatest shifts happen in very quiet hours. When you are sleeping, when you no longer have strength to think, when you feel as though nothing new is happening. Even in those moments, I am still acting. I do not need you to witness me for my power to move. I do not need outward circumstances to change immediately for inward release to begin. Last night was such a moment for you. Something that had held you back for a long time was shaken. An old grip lost its force. A burden began to leave the place where it had once clung deeply, and something that had been prepared, waiting for the right time, has now begun to be released according to my order. That is why I am drawing your attention here right now. Not to confuse you, not to make you anxiously search everywhere for signs, but to prepare you to enter the coming days with a different posture, when you know that something has changed in the deep place. You will no longer walk like someone ruled by the past. You will no longer examine every step through the fear of failure. You will no longer distrust every door simply because many doors once closed. You will begin to recognize that I am placing before you a new direction, and you can move forward with trust instead of constantly looking back to see whether the old thing is chasing you. I do not want you to live like someone still chained after the prison door has already opened. I want you to step out, slowly but steadily, with the awareness that my hand has intervened. The truth I am placing in your heart right now has come to remove the hesitation that has made you weary for too long. It reminds you that you are not forgotten. Your life is not standing still. Even though there have been seasons when you felt everything was frozen, I am still moving. I am still arranging. I am still correcting the crooked paths you do not know how to straighten. There were days when you thought you were not progressing, but in silence, I was making your roots grow deeper. There were seasons when you thought you were only waiting in vain, but in truth, I was preparing you to hold what I am about to entrust. Do not measure my faithfulness only by what your eyes see in one day. Look back over the whole journey, and you will see so many times when I kept you, lifted you, pulled you away from things you did not understand, and led you through roads you thought you could not cross. Last night was also a moment of protection. There were things that tried to move toward you in unhealthy ways, disturbances that could have touched your peace, arrows that could have made your mind more confused, the circumstances that could have pulled you into an old cycle. But they were stopped before coming closer. You may never fully see those things. You may never know their names, their shapes, or the path they intended to take into your life. But you need to believe that not every danger has to appear before your eyes to be real. And not every act of my protection leaves a trace you can explain. I do not permit everything to touch you. There are times when I step in very quietly. Yet, that intervention is more complete than you imagine. Therefore, do not let your mind run too quickly ahead. Do not quickly turn this word into curiosity and then miss its deeper meaning. What you are hearing needs to settle into your heart, needs to be carried with you like a small light, illuminating your next steps. If you let this truth slip past you, you will easily return to old ways of living, doubting, worrying, defending yourself, wondering whether I am truly doing anything. But if you keep it, ponder it, and allow it to soak into the way you see today, you will begin to live differently. You will enter conversations with greater peace. You will face decisions with greater steadiness. You will see opened and closed doors with greater discernment. You will no longer panic whenever the atmosphere changes, because you know I am with you, even in the things you do not yet understand. I want you to carry this truth into your next steps. The old thing has lost its former right. Delay is not your destiny, and heaviness is not your home. You may still need time to feel that relief in every part of your life, but believe that the movement has begun. Cooperate with me through obedience. Do not return to nourishing old thoughts that weaken you. Do not reopen doors I have closed to protect you. Do not bind yourself again with words of self-condemnation while I am removing chains from you. Choose what brings life. Rest when you need to rest. Pray when your heart trembles. Be silent when I tell you to be silent. Move forward when I place peace within your heart. Breakthrough is not only a moment, it is also a new way of living that I am teaching you to enter. My beloved child, I stepped in last night, and I am still here today. I do not do halfway what I have begun. I do not cut off a cycle and then leave you to handle the rest in confusion. I will lead you step by step, with enough light for each day, enough strength for each task, and enough peace for each decision. Stay with what I am saying. Let your heart deeply absorb the truth that you are covered, remembered, guided, and released from the things that once slowed you down. As you continue forward, walk as one who has been touched by me in the unseen place. Walk as one who no longer belongs to the old cycle. Walk as one who knows that no matter how silent the night may be, I can still do the greatest works within that very silence. There is one more thing you need to know. My beloved child, the change that began last night has not ended. And in truth, it is deeper, wider, and longer than what you can feel right now. What you experienced was not a passing moment, not a light breeze that appears and disappears, but the beginning of a process I prepared long ago. Last night was only the first door opened, and behind that door are many layers of movement. I will continue to reveal to you little by little, step by step, through small yet meaningful signs in the days ahead. Do not think that what you feel is only a temporary emotion. Do not assume that the lightness that has just touched you is only temporary comfort that will vanish. When I begin to move, I do not work halfway. I do not touch your life, only to leave you returning to the same old place, carrying the same burden, the same exhaustion. I am opening a new flow in your life, a flow that is not always loud, not always immediately clear, but is certainly real, deep, and full of power. It will move into places you do not expect, touch things you thought were fixed, and gradually change the way you see, the way you feel, and the way you walk. First, you will begin to see very small differences, so small that if your heart is not awake, you could easily overlook them. But those small things are the footprints of grace going before you. It may be a gentler thought when you face something that once made you anxious. It may be a moment of peace appearing in the middle of a day that seemed heavy. It may be a very subtle change in how you react, how you view a problem, or how you face yourself. These things are not random. They are signs that I am working within you. From the inside outward, you will feel some things become lighter, as though an invisible hand has lifted some weight from your heart. The things that once made you overthink will no longer occupy your whole mind the way they did before. Situations that were once stuck will begin to shift without you needing to force them, without you needing to try to control everything. Conversations that were once heavy will gradually change, becoming less tense, less sharp, and less wounding to you. Some people will soften in ways you did not expect. Some doors that had been closed tightly, that once made you think there was no hope left, will begin to open quietly. You may receive a timely message, an unexpected call, a small opportunity you did not see before, a change in someone's attitude, or simply a feeling of peace appearing when you should have been worried. Do not despise these things. Do not treat them as ordinary. They are not random. They are confirming signs that I have begun to do what I spoke to you, and I am continuing to work, step by step, in your life. When you see these signs, remember this moment. Remember that I told you beforehand not to make you confused, but so you would know how to recognize my hand when it appears in the most ordinary things. This is how you grow in trust, not only by waiting for great miracles, but also by recognizing the small movements I have already made for you. Mature faith does not only see me in great things, but also recognizes me in very simple things, in a day when you feel lighter, in a thought that is no longer as heavy as before, in a small door opening at the right time, when you know how to thank me for the first signs. Your heart will be enlarged to receive greater things. When you know how to recognize grace in what is small, your eyes will grow brighter to see me in what is great. And when you begin to believe that I am working even in things you do not fully understand, you will no longer fear when everything is not yet clear. You are not moving more slowly in life than you once thought. You have not been left behind. You have not been forgotten. You are not trapped in a place with no way out. The feeling of being stuck is not always the truth. Sometimes it is only the voice of weariness after a long season of waiting. You have watched others move forward and wondered why you were still here. You have seen doors open for others and wondered whether your name was still remembered. But I say to you, I never forget you. I did not place you somewhere and turn away. I was with you even on the days when you thought everything was motionless. Last night was a sign that everything can change. Even when you are too tired to keep expecting, what I do does not depend on how much hope you still feel. My power is not limited by your emotions. I still act even when your heart has grown weak. I still move even when you no longer see the way. I move when you think nothing is moving. I act when you think all is silent. There are times when your life feels like a closed room, without sound, without light, without change. But in the place you cannot see, I am still arranging. I am still softening hardened hearts. I am still untying knots you do not know how to untie. I am still stopping things that are not meant for you from going farther. I am still placing the right people in the right position at the right time. I am still holding certain things back until their timing becomes complete. My silence is never absence. There are preparations that need silence in order to be completed. There are miracles that need to be formed in secret before they are revealed outwardly. Therefore, do not judge my work only by what you can see today. There are things taking place that you cannot fully understand yet. But that does not mean they are not real. For a long time, voices of doubt have surrounded your thoughts, whispering that nothing will change, that you have prayed too long without results, that no one sees your efforts, that your faithfulness has brought nothing. Those voices did not only want to make you sad, they wanted to make you accustomed to a life smaller than what I prepared for you. They wanted you to lower your expectations, shrink your prayers, accept exhaustion as destiny, and call resignation wisdom. But my child, I did not create you to live under the authority of lies. I did not call you to bow your head before whispers that wear down your faith. I did not lead you through so many seasons only for you to conclude that everything will remain the same forever. I have a plan, and that plan is still being carried out, even when you have not yet seen the whole picture. Last night, those voices lost their authority over you. I silenced what was speaking against your peace, even when you did not have the strength to silence it yourself. There were battles in your mind that you tried to resist with reason, with busyness, with telling yourself you had to be fine, but they kept returning. I saw that, I understood that, and now I am stepping into that place with my power, not only to soothe you temporarily, but to break the repetition of the words that weaken you. What once said you could not will no longer hold a high place in your heart. What once said you were too late will be replaced by the confirmation that my timing is still unfolding. What once said you were unseen, unheard, and unloved will have to step back before my voice calling you, my beloved child. That is why your mind will begin to feel lighter, brighter, more open, like the sky after a long rain, not because every problem has immediately disappeared, but because the weight that once pressed on you is being lifted by me piece by piece. You will notice that you no longer react to fear as quickly as before. You will recognize that some things that once disturbed you no longer have enough authority to pull you down as deeply as they did. You will realize that you can breathe more easily. I think more clearly, pray more honestly, and look toward the future without immediately being covered by the shadow of the past. This is my work within you. This is release beginning on the inside before it is revealed outwardly. I am rearranging the room of your heart, corner by corner, layer by layer, so that peace has a place to dwell, so light can remain, and so you no longer have to live in the cramped space of thoughts that exhaust you. Therefore, stay awake in the days ahead. Do not pass over small signs. Do not call what I do luck. Do not treat lightness of heart as coincidence. Do not consider doors that begin to open as ordinary. Remember, give thanks, and walk slowly but steadily. I am teaching you to recognize my rhythm. I am teaching you to understand that not every spiritual movement is loud. There are changes that come like a seed cracking open beneath the soil. Quiet, yet unstoppable. There are restorations that begin with a small decision, a small peace, a small confirmation, and gradually become a wide river flowing through your life. And when you look back, you will see that everything began from very small moments you nearly overlooked. My beloved child, what has begun will continue to unfold. Keep your heart tender so I may lead you. Keep your ear closer to my voice than to the voice of fear. Keep your eyes awake to recognize the traces of grace. You are not forgotten. You are not trapped. You are not behind my plan. I am bringing you into a new season, where clarity will replace confusion, lightness will replace burden, movement will replace stagnation, and peace will replace the voices that once exhausted you. Keep walking in trust, one step at a time, without haste and without fear. What began in the hidden place will be revealed at the right time. And when you look back, you will know that I had quietly shifted everything for you before you could name the change, before you could fully understand what I was doing, and before you realized that I had never taken my eyes off you, not even for a moment.